all Israel news viewers. I'm Oriel Moran. This is Levi from Discover Israel Tour with Levi. Levi, where are we and what are we doing here?
We're at the phenomenal Tel Beit Shemesh, this amazing biblical site where we're going to read and learn about all of the stories. This one specific one about the Ark of the Covenant, the most powerful artifact that the Israelites had.
Wonderful. Let's go explore.
Welcome to the biblical site of Tel Beit Shemesh, probably one of the most underrated sites here in Israel, close to the modern day Beit Shemesh, which has 150,000 residents here. Let's take a look into our biblical past. In the valley of Oriel, many things happen. The geographical border between the Philistines and the Israelites are here. Let's remember that the Philistines were arch enemies, but yet still neighbors for the Judeans here and the Israelites. So let's zoom into one story where the Philistines wage war on the Israelites at Afek, the war of Ibn Ezel, where the Jews then lose the Ark of the Covenant to a very harsh battle. The high priest dies, Eli, when he falls back on his chair when he hears it. The most prized and important article inside of all of the Jewish existence back then was then taken. It then gets brought to the 5 Philistine cities. It makes its way through the cities and is being placed through the different temples, specifically the temple of Dagon. Now, it says that in the morning, Dagon falls on his face. All the Philistines, they get hemorrhoids in their stomach. Now, they decide that they're going to return the Ark of the Covenant back to the Jews. So the Ark of the Covenant makes its way in a straight line, straight towards Beit Shemesh, and it didn't go left, it didn't go right, and it makes its way. 2 people working from the field of Yehoshua then see the Ark of the Covenant. They see it's coming with bulls. The Philistines, they put gifts on top of little mice, 5 of them representing each town. It comes here, they take the cows, they sacrifice the cows for God, and they place the Ark of the Covenant on a big stone. This happens here, where I am.
What I'm finding interesting about this story is that when the Philistines had the Ark of the Covenant, they had it for 7 months. And they knew that a God had come in their midst. This God had such a powerful name. They knew it was the God that took these people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. But I'm wondering what the Israelites actually felt when they had failed, because they took their God to sort of help them win that war, and it didn't happen because there was sin, right? And so what happened during those 7 months? The longing for their God, the regret over their actions, that because of what they did, the Ark of the Covenant was now in the hands of their enemies. They paid a really, really heavy price. This is modern day wheat, but we are going to reenact how they used to basically grind this in the past. So you have your wheat. It says that at the time they were, what were they doing? They were
Harvesting the wheat.
Harvesting the wheat. And so I'm assuming that they took it and did they do this? Did they crush it?
Yeah, they crushed the wheat right there.
Look at that. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. I mean,
They do like circular movements, that's why. Yeah, exactly.
We just go and we buy this in the supermarket, but they had to work for every single bite. And I'm assuming that they appreciated their food even more than us.
The food would also get the flavor of the local stone.
Ah. It smells so nice here.
It's because here we have something called Moran. Let's go pick some up. It smells really, really good.
Yeah. Wow. That's the strong smell that was from there. I could smell it.
This is gdilan, which is also a milk thistle. Could use in various different stages. Could use this as just lettuce. These are going to be the tastiest, kind of sweetest leaves right now. They don't even have thorns. When it grows up a little bit, it gets pretty wide leaves. You can wrap meat in it. When it grows up even more, it creates the head of it, which is thorns, which you can use as kind of like the heart of choke. You can boil it. And when it grows up even more after the thorns, it creates these seeds, these little black seeds, which you can make tea out of, what you put on your eggs in the morning. And so throughout the next 6 months, we'll be able to utilize this plant.
Cheers. Oh. Cheers.
Well, it's really good.
Trying to figure out what it tastes like or what it reminds me of. It has an aftertaste, which is cool. I know, it's yummy. You like it.
All right, up we go. Constant battles between the Philistines and the Judeans create great unrest inside of this region with mass destruction, multiple scales of destruction. Here's one of the layers we can see of the destruction just above this Canaanite temple dating back to the Bronze Age. Their battles between the actual Philistines who come here actually end up ending the Bronze Age and moving into the Iron Age. So let's look at this Bronze Age temple first of all, which is it's a phenomenal sight to see in Israel. It's kind of just on the side of the road. This was believed to be a complex of one of the leaders there for him and his family and for all kinds of ceremonies that they would have, particularly also for the sun god, as the place is called, Beit Shemesh. And in Joshua 15 it mentions the conquest of Judea and the burning of the cities afterwards. If we look over here, we can actually see the layer of destruction of the actual charcoal, and it burnt so hot. So look at that charcoal, it burnt so hot. Archaeologists believe that it burnt for so long because there were storage rooms here with olive oil, which is one of the major exports here inside of Judea, Israel today, and back then it was called Canaan, that it burnt to a major mass destruction. So we can see the layer, how it follows along inside of the dirt. That's how we can tell this time was destroyed. Now, Oriel, if you just flip around the camera over there, you can see the continuation of this line over here with a kind of disruption in the middle. That's called a syncline, anticline and a syncline, which was created by earthquakes during this period of time, which is, it's cool to see, but you can also see the layer of destruction is consistent and the same height on top of this Canaanite temple.
Okay, I'm gonna try this thing out. Wow. Ah, crazy.
What? What's going on? Oriel's excited now as well.
Oh, I can't do it.
In the worshipping area of the temple, the place where holy entities would have been brought, the Ark of the Covenant would have been placed on a stone, really like this one inside of this location in Beit Shemesh. So from the Canaanite temple that we could see here, which was then reused afterwards, we have still these large stones, which it mentions in the Bible that the Ark of the Covenant was placed upon.
We're gonna go down this water cistern, which is actually one of my favorite things, going to cavehead places. So cool. Stairs, are very, very narrow. So actually you have to mind your step.
Let's go explore how they stored water. Just look how big this place is to store the water. They built the city in a way that the water would be brought here. Do be careful, Oriel. And they wouldn't build it in just one big square room because you needed support. You needed support on the walls. So that's why it's built in these different kind of sections.
Wow, so it actually goes in quite a bit. Oh, it's a huge room.
You drill a hole in the middle so you can collect water without having to come down. And just here we could see the well of Tel Beit Shemesh. So here we have the wall of the bedrock. You can see it's super crumbly, it's sedimentary rock, so it's really just coming apart when you touch it. Especially if you'd put water in here, it would seep straight through. So they had to cover it with spackle to make sure it was a little bit stronger. And here we can see the original spackle. Look at the width of that spackle, just to make sure the water doesn't run out. And this would be redone every few years. So they just have a layer on top of layer on top of layer to make sure that would stay. Here's the original layer of the spackle. And down here is the crumbling wall because the spackle wasn't there. And if you would want to secure water, you wouldn't want all this stuff in it. So here we can see a later era of spackle that was placed on top of the original spackle. And this is probably a couple layers as it is.
I want us to walk in the shoes for 1 second of the Israelites. The Ark of the Covenant was gone for 7 months, and by the time it's returned to them, they are so excited and they want to behold God. And for that reason, some of them, they look inside and God's wrath is poured out on them because they dare to make profane something that was holy. Nowadays, we have the presence of God reigning in our heart, but it really is a lesson to be learned to not take those things lightly. The fact that God reigns in us should make us even fear Him even more than before. Every single day, we must live as if we are the carriers of God's presence. How do I live my life outwardly? Can people actually see the presence of God within me? Do I deal with the fact that He resides in me with reverence? It's a lot to think about. It's been such an incredible day thinking about all that the Israelites went through with the Ark of the Covenant. Levi, what do you feel about this day?
I think it's been an incredible experience, a place where great excitement happens. The Ark of the Covenant finally comes back to the Jewish people. This beacon of power, this beacon of godliness reunites the Jewish people, and it's just a wonderful privilege to be standing in a place where such an important biblical story happens.
It's so beautiful, and thank you guys so much for joining. If you want more Israel-related content, go to allisraelnews.com, hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, and Levi and I will see you in the next one.